Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. And I am really sorry that I didn't upload after my latest video, and that is because I had some exams and I got sick. But now I promise that I will upload more often. So yeah, let's get into it. So in the previous episode we made this simple lobby, and you can customize it however you want. This is just for the tutorial. And we also made a Game Pass shop. And about the Game Pass shop, if we go quickly into the purchase script, inside of this I forgot to include this line. So if you just copy this, and what this does is basically it prompts the frame so you can buy the item or whatever you want. So yeah. So now if you go into Asset Manager, if you can't see your Asset Manager, just go into View and press Asset Manager. And if we go back, so yeah, you'll see this. So if you go into Places, and if you don't already have a place, so just right click and add new place, and you can just rename it, but I don't need that. So now if you go back, if you go into our main game, so this is my main game. So this is my camping site, and in here is just this cabin. I just added a free model because in my tutorial I don't want the place go inside of the cabin, but if you want you can also do that. Then I have these three models, and these are actually assets, so I will leave every asset I have in the description. So yeah, then I just added path, and I use this plugin called the Archimedes. So I will also leave that link in the description. So yeah, this is just the basics. You can customize however you want. And yes, so now let's make our NPC. So in this case it's gonna be our camping guide. So into plugins, and if we go to rig and just block rig, so now we have our old little dummy. So let me just rotate him like that, and let's just bring him here. Alright, so I will just add some clothes to it, so I will be right back. So now I'm done finding, so I just copied literally this guy. So I just pasted the clothing onto him. So yeah, and I just renamed the character to Nick. You can obviously name anything you want, and give it any kind of clothes you want. And I don't know why I'm speaking like this, but yeah. So now the second important thing is to go inside of Nick and select everything and make it unanchored. Oh, that's drafts. I don't know what that is. Alright, so go down and select unanchored, okay? They should be unanchored. And if you go inside of human root part, make sure can collide is off. That is just not to experience lag. And I have worked with NPCs and rigging and animating them. And one thing I have experienced is that when you have human root part on can collide, it can lag in sometimes, but it's better to have it ticked off. And yeah, and now if you're gonna play it, he's gonna have an idle animation. So another thing to do is to go ahead and play like that. I spawned here. If you go inside of Workspace and go inside of your character and go down here and select animate, just copy it and just hit stop. So if you go ahead and paste it inside of our dummy or Nick, and if we add another script and just rename that script to animate, and if we go inside of the local script animate and select everything, I just cut it, and if you go back in here, select all, Control V, and that's basically it. We can close off both of these scripts, and if you go inside of our animate local script here and copy everything that is in it and paste it inside of our server script like that, and get our animate script, and yeah, that's basically it. So if I quickly run up to our NPC here, we can see that he is not standing still and he has some sort of animation. As you can see, he is moving his arm and breathing, and yeah, and when we push him, he should as you can see, he moved arms and legs. So that will, when our NPC walks in the main game, the story game, he will have animation like this. And you can also change the animation, but I'm not good at changing animations to other. You can basically make your own animations, but I'm not gonna go through that now. So inside of Workspace, let's add a new folder called NPCs, NPC, and inside of NPC, let's add another folder called Models. Now let's add our dummy inside of the model, and like that. So now we will be making the dialogue. So when a player randomly gets picked and talks, you will see the player. And I may forgot to what was it? Unit conversion, yeah, in the description. So I will leave this plugin in the description this time too, and sorry that I didn't put it, but you can always search the name of it in the Roblox website, yeah. So this is just basically scaled, so when you have a screen here, and if you go into mobile view, it looks the same and not oversized or over small. So yeah, so first of all, let's just close off this workspace and go inside of screen starter GUI and add a screen GUI, and rename this Dialogue GUI. And let's add a frame inside of that. Alright, so just go inside frame and make the anchor point to 0.5, 0.5, and let's just position it and scale it. So now I'm done just customizing my frame. So what I did was setting the anchor point to 0.5, 0.5, then the background color to black and background transparency to 0.3, and then I added a UI corner, so just to make these corners a bit smooth. And if you go into mobile view, as you can see, it's not looking great, so just go inside of frame and scale it. As you can see, now it's looking much better. So if you go into like iPhone 4S, I don't know if you can play Roblox on iPhone 4S, I don't know. And yeah, as you can see, it looks the same on every device. So now inside of the frame, we're gonna add the image label, and let's just position it and scale it. Hold down Shift 2 like that. So I will just customize this image label, and I will be right back. So I am back, and I just added a random picture. So if you go inside of the image label, So make sure that you have background transparency set to 1. It's up to you, because if you have it at 0, then you can just customize it however you want. But it's better if you have it at 1, because it looks nice and clean. And if you go down here, you can change the image ID. But we don't have to do it now, because we will do that later in the script. And scale type, make sure it's set to crop. That will basically just crop the image so it doesn't look weird and stretched out. And inside of frame now, again, I'm gonna add in a text label and rename this text label to name label. This is just basically will be the name of the player that is talking, or the NPC. So yeah, I'll be right back. So now I just added a text label, named it name label, and make sure, wait, like that, okay. Make sure the background transparency is set to 1, and I just position it. And where is it? Yeah, here. So I set the font to Fredoka 1, and the text color to white, and then make sure text is scaled. And I just set the text to subscribe to Primal Dev. And yeah, make sure you have subscribed, and that really supports me. And make sure you leave a like. And yeah, and I forgot to make them scaled. So if we go ahead and look, it looks awful. So if we just select the image label, scale it, and select the name label and scale it, now it looks much better. So now inside of frame, we're gonna add in another text label, and we're gonna rename this to dialogue label. Dialogue label. Yes. So I'll be back when I have done customizing this label again. So I am done, and I just simply just did the same thing to the others. So I set the transparency to 1, then I went down, set the font to whatever I want, then I just put random text. So as you can see, it will look like this. Then text color to white, text scaled, and yes, I forgot to scale that too. And yeah, now it's looking good. So now I will show you how to make a picture, or not. I'm going to show you how to make a picture. So just make a screenshot of this, and I will show you a good website where you can remove the background. So I'll be back when I'm done taking a screenshot. So when you're here, I just took a screenshot by the snipping tool. So when you're done, you can go into downloads and wherever you have the file, and just drag and drop it. So let it just like that copy. So now it will load into Photopia. So it's just photopia.com. So if you go into the magic wand tool and select the background and hit delete, and select that background, delete, just basically delete everything like that. Now you have a transparent background. So if you go into file, go to save, or was it save as, save, and save changes. Okay, that wasn't how you saved it. Save more. Okay, it's export as and do PNG. Like, oh, what is this? Alright, this is not how it actually is. So if I just go to more language, if I have it, it's Swedish. Where is save as? I'll be right back. Well, basically, I found a problem. It wasn't a problem. It just, they updated it, and I didn't even know about it. So if you hit save, it will automatically save. So if you go inside of this sneak peek, you can see it's transparent. So yeah, when you're done, you can go into Roblox and just export it. So let's go ahead and export. So when you're here, go into decals. And I don't know why it's taking so long. My internet connection. Yeah, and as you can see, I've already created some. So, oh my god. Well, I'll be right back when it's done. So now it's done. So choose file, and then you will go into your folder, go upload, and select our nick, or basically whatever you have, and just upload it. And when you see this, that means your decal is successfully created. So now I made the frame. If you go back here, I made it visible to invisible, like that. So the next step is inside of replicated storage. So if you go inside replicated storage, add in a folder called remote events. And inside of remote events, we can add in two folders. One called toggle event, and the other one called GUI events, like that. So now inside of toggle events, we're gonna add in a remote event called toggle dialogue event. So toggle dialogue event, and I spelled that one. Oops, like that. I really can't type it. I don't know why. So inside of GUI events, we're gonna add in another remote event called event. I actually can't type like that. Event. And inside of Dialogue GUI, did I mess up? No. Inside of Dialogue GUI, inside of Dialogue GUI, I just lost. I'm just really tired today. So inside of Dialogue GUI, we're gonna add in a local script called toggle GUI. Or is it toggle GUI? No, it is toggle script. I'm literally not. So I don't know what's happening. Alright, so inside of toggle script, we're gonna type in local toggle dialogue event equals game dot replicated storage dot remote event dot toggle events dot dialogue event, like that. And if you go inside of toggle dialogue event dot on client event colon connect function, and we're gonna define toggle like that. So if toggle equals to true, script dot parent dot frame dot visible equals true. Else if toggle equals to false, then script dot parent dot frame dot visible equals to false. So this is just basically if we have this toggle variable, if you have it at true, it will make the frame visible, and if you have it false, yeah, simple, it's gonna we're not gonna be able to see it. So now inside of starter GUI, we're gonna add in a folder called scripts, like that. Scripts. I really can't type. So annoying. Scripts. Like that. And we're gonna add a local script inside of that called let it load, called dialogue script. Dialogue script. So I just made a script. So this is basically just the dialogue script. So we just have some variables here. So this one is for the local player, this one is for the event, and this one is just to get the frame. So this is a function called animate text, and that will just basically animate what you want to say. And this is just inside of frame we have the name label and image label. So this will just make sure that the name label has the same name as the player name, and the same thing with the image. So when you're done with that, we can go inside the scripts. We can go inside of a server, script service, and add a folder called scripts. Scripts, and we're gonna add in a script called main script. Okay, let's do that. Main script. I really can't type. Main script, like that. So I'll be back when I'm done. So guys, I'm done. Let me see how long the recording is. Alright, it's good. So inside of our main script we have some variables. So local dialogue event is the dialogue event, and the toggle dialogue event is the toggle dialogue event. And inside of this NPC, you can put all your NPCs here. So I have my local Nick model. So it's Nick is basically our NPC. So our Nick model is located in game.workspace.npc.models.nick. The local Nick image equals, make sure you type rbx asset id : then your id. So this is my id. I go ahead and copy asset id and paste it. Then local nickname, and nickname, I don't mean nickname, I mean his name. So yeah, whatever you have, you can just name whatever you want. Just make sure you know them so you can type them there. So now this is your function. So choose random player. So local player image and local player name is our main things over here. Then we have the function. So what this does is it basically chooses players in the game, a random player, and then gets their player image and name. So inside of this, player image equals game.players get user thumbnail, I think, chosen player the user id, enum the thumbnail, avatar thumbnail. And in this avatar thumbnail you can change this to headshot, avatar bust, or avatar thumbnail. So avatar thumbnail is the whole avatar, and the is like, no, avatar bust is only the upper chest and head, and headshot is just the head and the face, of course. And then we have enum the thumbnail size, and the size is set, the best is have it at the biggest. Then we have player name equals chosen.name, and that is just the name of the chosen player. And yeah, just make the size the biggest possible, because that is the best option. Then we have the main game here. So we have local function part 1. So it's better that you divide everything. So in this part 1 we have dialogue event. So make sure you write it exactly as mine. So first the image, then the name, then the dialogue. So in the first one is the NPC that's gonna talk. So he says, "Hi everyone, nice to meet you all. My name is and exclamation mark." Then wait 5 seconds. You can change this value here depending on how long or short your sentence is. Then after 5 seconds a random player will talk, and yeah, then when you're done, make sure this just wait 10. That is just basically give the players time to load. Then after everything, you're gonna just write part 1. Alright, and if we test it now, so now if we hit play, and I forgot to show you what I have inside of my camping site, so I will show you that. Let me just check if it works. So we have our main game here, and as you see, Nick, hi everyone, nice to meet you. And you can just mess around with the timing. And I don't know why it says Logmank 1. Oh, I know. Just that I didn't put the exclamation mark because my typing is very bad. And yeah, as you can see, it works, and this is the avatar thumbnail. So if you go inside Workspace, if I hit stop, and if I go inside Workspace and inside maps, so I have this camping, and these are just the borders. Decoration, inside of decoration we have the camping, only the cabin, and inside of nature we have all the trees and stuff. Then we have path, then we have the picnic area, and then we have the cave, the ground, and basically our spawns. If I go inside of spawn, no, I didn't. Yeah, we'll cover that in the next episode, and just mess around with the timings and stuff, and make sure you have this order: first the image, then name, then your dialogue. So yeah, so that's it for this video, and I will upload another video in this weekend, hopefully. And sorry for my speaking, because I'm really tired and I really wanted to make a video, so I had no other choice than just to make this video when I'm tired. So in the next episode we'll make something happen, events like that, and make this NPC move, and you can always customize however you want. And yeah, that's just basically it. So I think that's it for this video. So one more thing, I guess. Main script, and alright, I already told you. So avatar thumbnail is just the whole thumbnail, and yeah, I will show you also a picture of it. So yeah, make sure you subscribe and leave a like, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.